Community Viewpoint.
Hello and welcome to Community Viewpoint. As you can see, we're not at the studio yet. This is week, I believe, number 6. Still haven't gotten a haircut. I'm still held off from getting my Flowbee cut. But we're going to be talking this week about an event that'll be coming back to Pahrump called the RAM. So those of you who haven't partaken in it or are new here, RAM stands for the Remote Area Medical. And to give you a little idea what it is, there's a 3-minute, 50-second video from the RAM people to explain about what it is. And then also, after we come back from the video, we're going to have the co-chair of the committee, Ryan Muccio, one of the co-chairs, speak about it, because in the coming months and weeks, we're going to tell you all about it, because it's something that you should partake of, because it's very worthwhile. So without further ado, here is the video, and then when we come back, Ryan will be speaking to you. Thank you.
A lot of these communities here, they don't get a lot of care that they need. They don't have access to care.
There's so many people out there without insurance that can't afford them, and they need help.
There's a lot of people that's suffering because they can't afford to go to a doctor because they can't afford the insurance.
Without this sort of an event, they wouldn't get the help.
You can't put a price tag on what we're doing in these clinics and the care we're giving and the impact it has on people's lives.
Remote Area Medical is it's a nonprofit. We travel around and we set up mobile medical clinics. We do these around the country from coast to coast, and we provide all the services at free of cost to the patients that are coming through the doors.
Originally, of course, Remote Area Medical was organized for the purpose of going to third world countries. I found myself in a place in South America called British Guiana, and I was very badly injured. They pulled me out from underneath the horse, and one of them said, well, the nearest doctor is 26 days on foot from here. And so that was really the beginning. Eventually learned to fly an airplane. I was able to fly in medical supplies. Came to the conclusion that maybe we needed to bring the doctors a little bit closer than 26 days on foot. Years later, ended up here in the United States. And to my surprise, I found that there were millions of people that didn't have access to the health care that they needed.
RAM is important because it fills a gap. The need for health care is out there across America, whether you're in Appalachia or whether you're in Los Angeles. We see the same thing from community to community.
We brought it to the community knowing there was a need, but not having any idea how great the need was. It wasn't a question as to whether or not we would bring it back.
These clinics are designed for locals to come through the community. They're able to receive medical, dental, or vision care.
Even though many of them are working, many of them have health insurance, that's an area that's not covered by insurance for many, many policies.
This is wonderful. I mean, to have something like this to provide the health care that people need to prevent tooth loss, to prevent breast cancer.
Free health care, totally free, no questions asked.
It's really going to change their lives, and it's going to change their lives in a good way for a long time.
RAM is an opportunity for someone to give back and to take part.
I was so impressed with the first clinic that I went to. I came back a renewed person. I would strongly encourage all medical professionals to consider volunteering. Here you're free to provide medicine and give the very best care you possibly can to people who truly need it.
Even if you have no medical experience, you can come into a medical clinic and provide a service that really touches the lives of people.
What we do, of course, is a very expensive operation. Our support comes mainly from those $10 and $15 donations from the general public.
To get involved, it's actually through our website at ramusa.org. Someone can sign up as a volunteer. Again, they do not need any medical experience.
It's a real privilege to work with Remote Area Medical.
I'd like to invite you to volunteer at future clinics and fund future efforts by going to ramusa.org so together we can make an impact in our communities. And thank you again.
So yes, we're very excited to be able to hold our 5th annual remote area medical clinic here in Pahrump. It's very unique to be able to hold a clinic like this 5 years in a row in one community, because normally RAM kind of likes to spread the wealth and go around to different communities. So we're very excited that this will be our 5th year here in Pahrump. It'll be held the first weekend in October, so it'll actually be October 3rd and 4th. Little change this year, we are not doing the clinic on Friday. As in previous years, we've done Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This year will just be Saturday and Sunday. We made that change because RAM, that's typically how the RAM clinics operate. We were an odd duck where we did 3 days. Go figure, Pahrump is the odd man out.
Yeah.
But now we fixed that, so we're now only doing Saturday and Sunday, which is a little easier on the providers that volunteer because they all work on Friday. So we're not asking them to close their clinic down to come down to volunteer. So again, October 3rd and 4th, the clinic opens at 6 a.m. Although most people line up well before midnight the night before that clinic, and tickets will be handed out at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's first come, first serve. And it will be held on the Pahrump Valley High School campus in the Pathways building where it was held last year.
And that's at the intersection of Calvada and
Mount Charleston.
Mount Charleston, yes.
Yeah.
So, it's a good secure area. They have chain link fences. It's one way in and out basically for the vehicles.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we have security on site. We have a lot of lighting. The sheriff's office does extra patrol, so there's really nothing to worry about. And like I said, most folks will come well before midnight the night before, so like Friday night, and just kind of camp out in their cars all night. You can turn the heat on if it's cold, read a book, throw the chair back, take a nap, do whatever you need to do.
And what kind of services would we be looking to get?
Yeah, so we provide free medical, dental, vision, and mental health care. No questions asked. There's no income qualification. We don't ask any questions about insurance. We don't ask any questions about citizenship. You just come, and if you need services, you get services. So in medical, we'll do all sorts of various services. They have women's health exams. We can do general checkups, wellness exams, ask any questions of the doctors of any illnesses you've been dealing with. And then in dental, we do extractions, fillings, and cleanings. And then in vision, you'll actually walk away with a pair of glasses that day if you need them. So you'll have a comprehensive eye exam and walk away with a pair of glasses for free.
So how many people do we serve approximately?
Last year, I believe it was 458. I kind of get all the years mixed up.
Yeah.
But each year, it's been right around between 400 and 500 patients.
So when you say we don't ask where you're from, we've had people from Tonopah, but Beatty, Amarillo Valley,
Arizona,
even Tacopa.
Yeah, we've had people from all over. So we do actually ask for an address, but the only reason we ask for an address is if we have to send you any follow-up information, or if for some reason your pair of glasses, if the prescription was too strong, it can't be made on site, and then they'll mail it to you. If you don't have an address, that's fine. We can mail it to the Night Communities Coalition here in Pahrump, and then we can arrange to have that delivered to you or meet up with you to get you whatever you need. So that's the only reason we ask for an address. Other than that, we do ask for a phone number if you have it, again, just for follow-up purposes. But we don't report data to anybody. It's all confidential. And again, we ask no questions about income, insurance, or citizenship.
So, I don't want to say come early and often. That's how you vote in Chicago, but come early, but not too early. The gates open at midnight usually?
Gates will open at midnight. We've had, in past years, people will kind of line up outside of the gates.
Yes.
Creates a little bit of an issue just because there's no ticketing system outside of the gate. So we just want to make sure that it's fair. I'd say it's come at midnight. You should be able to get a good spot in line. And again, you can stay in your car from midnight until the clinic opens at 6, and tickets are passed out at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And we do have porta potties there.
We do have porta potties.
Yes.
We have some volunteers that can pass out some snacks if you get hungry. Just the only thing is you cannot leave. So once you're there, if you leave, you lose your spot in line.
Yeah, we're going to have to harp on that between now and then, because even when it was happening, people were still unaware. So
Right.
you cannot leave, and that's not us. That's the RAM.
That is the rules of RAM. So
Rules of RAM.
RAM is Remote Area Medical. They're based out of Tennessee. We at the coalition, are Stacy and I and the committee. We organize RAM throughout the entire year to make it happen here in Pahrump, and we pull together the volunteers and the funding and the location and the resources to make it happen. But once RAM, Remote Area Medical, once they get on site, they're in charge. So we go by their rules, and that is one of their rules, that once you're there and you leave, you lose your spot in line.
Yeah, and these are wonderful people, because
Yes.
this doesn't cost you anything, and they do this out of the goodness of their heart, through
Absolutely.
grants, through donations, through volunteerism.
Absolutely,
And,
yeah. In the last 4 years, previous 4 years, we've it's our value of care provided at these RAM clinics has been over $650,000 just right here in Pahrump.
So, any last words?
No, just spread the word. We're going to have a lot more dentists this year. We have great partnerships with the UNLV School of Dentistry and a couple other schools out of Utah and Arizona. So we're going to have a fantastic showing of dentists and dental assistants and hygienists. So don't be afraid. Come on down. They take great care of everybody. It is a long wait. It's a long day. It's a long time, but it's worth it. And we'll just be happy to have you.
So one thing this year, there's going to be a lot more PPE.
There will be
Yes.
a lot more PPE, yes, with the masks.
So, plus, if you're a volunteer, you get a free shirt like
yes,
this.
you
all
do
right?
get a free shirt.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're making sure to take all extra precautions with the current pandemic. Hopefully by October things will be calmed down, but we will make sure to take all reasonable steps to make sure everybody stays safe, whether that's the volunteers or the patients.
So if the people want to volunteer between now and then, they talk to RAM, RAM USA.
Yeah, if you want to volunteer at a RAM clinic, there's other clinics that are going on between now and ours in October. You can go to www.ramusa.org, and that'll list the clinics. They're all canceled right now because of the coronavirus, but they are doing COVID-19 testing sites throughout the country that you can volunteer at. But I do believe they are hoping to open some of the clinics in the next month or so here. So there should be some opportunities between now and October.
Well, thank you, Ryan, and thank you for watching, folks. And we'll be talking to you through the coming months and days and weeks coming up to October
3rd and 4th.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, Ryan.
Hopefully we'll have better haircuts by then.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.